In Chapter 3 of Poetics, Aristotle describes the history of different forms of poetry. Aristotle says that poetry is natural trait of humans because imitation is in nature of human beings. Kids always try to imitate what they like. Imitation is the difference between man and other animals. Aristotle further says that humans are inclined towards liking of imitation of distressed objects or events. They love to watch or listen about wild, harsh and scary things. They feel satisfied to experience the art based on distressed, because it improves their knowledge about these things. But it is not the only factor. Humans can also enjoy imitation of objects or things they don't recognize. Melody or rhythm or color can alone make humans enjoy an imitation when they are not familiar with the object being imitated. According to Aristotle, early in history, there were only two types of poetry. This classification was based on characters they represent. Serious people used to imitate admirable people and non-serious or unimportant people used to imitate inferior people. Aristotle believes that Homer was a serious person. He imitated admirable people. He developed the form of iambic verse. Iambic verse is a poetry in which every line has 10 syllables or words with less stress. Every word or syllable with less stress is followed by a word with high stress. Homer is also known for his epics. However, Homer also wrote lampoons. Lampoon is a poetry that ridicules someone. Homer's Margites is as important to comedy as the Iliad or Odyssey are to tragedy. Aristotle believes that when tragedy and comedy first emerged, the poets were known as poets of comedy but not lampoons, and the poets of tragedy but not epics. Aristotle thinks that tragedies and comedies were more regarded than epics or lampoons. Aristotle believes that tragedy was born from improvision and it was created specially from dithyrambics. Later it was transformed into its natural shape. Dithyrambic is a poetry based on rhythm and is wild and has a regular strain. Dithyrambic is a dance to praise Greek god of wine. Aeschylus increased the number of characters in tragedy to 2. Sophocles increased the character number to 3 and introduced scene painting. Satire was banned in tragedy and became more serious. Iambic form replaced trochaic tetrameter, which was more like a dance, whereas iambic verse mimics natural speech.